As you're settling back in your seats and reflecting on the amazing dancing we've seen this evening, I want to share with you a message from our event directors, Shawn and Donna. Once in a while, something happens that moves us to share our love of dance. Almost a year ago, Orlando was changed forever. To be awoken on Sunday morning by text messages, Facebook messages, and phone calls from people far and near asking if we were okay was confusing. We still had a full day of competition at our dance event. We were just catching snippets of the news, but not really having a chance to understand what had happened in our city and in our community. Heartfelt hugs were shared, tears were shed, as the news kept coming out, but we still had to soldier on, and we really couldn't take the time to process what had happened just 6 miles away from us here at the hotel. As the day wore on, more messages and texts and calls came in. We began to also reach out and check in. Most of our friends were safe, and some were unreachable. Facebook allowed us to check in safe and helped ease a lot of the panic. But as the event drew to a close, we were surrounded by our immediate families, and the reality began to finally sink in as the news continued to come in. To hear about places like Sandy Hook or San Bernardino or Newtown, Connecticut is one thing, but to actually know the color of the paint on the walls, the decor in the room, and the physical layout of the building has the ability to shake one to their very core. President Obama said, "The shooter targeted a nightclub where people came together to be with friends, to dance, to sing, and to live. The place where they attacked is more than a nightclub. It is a place of solidarity and empowerment where people have come together to raise awareness, to speak their minds, to advocate for their civil rights." So this is a sobering reminder that the attacks on any American, regardless of race, ethnicity, religion, or sexual orientation, is an attack on all of us and on the fundamental values of equality and dignity that define us as a country. While we didn't know anyone personally, there are people in this room who knew many of the victims. They came from all walks of life, ranging in age from 20 to 50 years, and from all different backgrounds. Vigils were held, and amazing love and compassion for our city was shown. One vigil brought 50,000 people together. The message is simple: more love, less hate. Orlando proved that we are indeed Orlando strong. We are now known worldwide not just as the happiest place on earth or as a tourist capital. We are now the city of the largest human massacre by a single shooter. But people lifted us up, stood behind us, and helped us remember that we are one love, one pulse. Please, let's love while we can. We ask now for a moment of silence to honor the 49 victims and their families.
So you say this is human, your heartbeat versus mine. I'm in chains cause I'm choosing, showing love for living life. I shouldn't have to leave where I stand, I shouldn't have to change who I am to count as a human. Feel my With your hand on my heart, you know it beats just as hard as yours. Feel my pulse. Oh, feel my pulse. Can't you see that I'm scarred? I'm just the same as you are, so just feel my pulse. Oh, I wish I could reach them, strip away what separates. It's the same air we're breathing, same tears run down our face. So I don't have to leave where I stand, and I don't have to change who I am to count as a human.